What's up guys, it's Chase and I've got a very helpful video for you today. If you use Lightroom to edit your photos and you're looking to maybe get a little bit more of a moody style or make the colors pop a little bit more, then this video is for you. I'm going to give you 3 tips. They're little things you can do, but when you put them all together, they have a huge effect on your final edit. Also, I'm going to throw in 2 bonus tips just to thank you for coming to watch this video. I just got back into making videos. I'm going to try to be as consistent as possible, so give me all the ideas you have. If you have questions or anything like that, suggestions for content, videos, tutorials, put it all down in the comment section and I'll definitely do that. So these tips are things that you can do before you even get your photos into Lightroom, before you even take the photo actually, just to help accent that and help put you a little bit closer to that moody color pop kind of edit that you're looking for before you even start editing. So the first tip is to underexpose your photos a little bit. I kind of force myself into this. I don't like to bump my ISO up a lot. I don't put it over 200 really, just until I get a little bit of a better camera maybe. But so my photos have always kind of been underexposed, but it really works with my style because it saves a lot of that contrast and that saturation in the photo, in the colors especially. And it allows you to get a better look, I think. And anything you can do before editing, just getting it perfect out of the camera, exactly how you want it, is very important. Tip number 2 is to use what you can control. And what I mean by that is use your background, use your color choices to benefit, to kind of don't, you know, if you want your colors to pop, use colors that are going to pop off of your background. For example, right now, I've got a gray background, I've got a brown chair, but I have this bright orange shirt on, so I pop off the background really well. That's going to help a lot in post-production and editing. It's already started getting that look before I even got it in the camera. So those are just some things to think about. Now we can jump into the 3 tips. Now that we are in Lightroom, I'm going to show you the 3 tips that I have for you to make your colors pop like this. I'm going to point out the 2 first tips that I gave you, the fact that you need to use what you can control, and as you can see here, I have a nice dark neutral background, same with the chair here. I actually only put that chair there really just to have this accent orange, and then also to show that that was like a corner. I didn't want it to just seem like it was nothing there. So I chose a blue shirt and orange accent, and it clearly just pops off the background. So that really helped me out to achieve this look before I even took the photo. And then I also underexposed a little bit. Actually, I'm just kidding. I underexposed a lot on this. I didn't mean to. I'll show you the before. That's before. This is after. I didn't mean to shoot at 1/160th of a second. I meant to shoot at 1/100th of a second. So I still would have underexposed, but not that heavily. But that is just a prime example. That is an example of me using the tips that I just gave you. Now, there are 3 things that I'm going to talk about today. Are the contrast slider, tone curve here, and then the calibration panel right down here. Those 3 things are very important in achieving moody images, colors that pop. So you're probably wondering, like, holy crap, you boosted that up here, contrast up all the way to 81. Yeah, don't be scared of that if you like this look. I mean, I really like this look. If you take that away, the image still looks good. It just obviously looks a lot less contrasty, but you add that contrast in and you get that moody kind of rugged look that I like. Let's see here, put that back up. Alright, and then next is the tone curve. Oh, actually I want to point out real quick that I do not really bump the vibrance or the saturation up a lot. I think it makes the colors kind of funky. So, I mean, this is a way to achieve this without bumping up these at all. They're actually negative a little bit. So yeah. Now the tone curve, I just pulled this up here. Whoops, that was an accident. I just pulled this up here to give that little bit of fade in the blacks there, and then I didn't really mess with this too much. I just pulled this down to put that same fade kind of in the whites or the highlights and stuff. Really, I just kind of moved these around just a little bit to get it to look. You have to mess around with it. I mean, the tone curve can be very confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Just messing around with it, you can always reset it. But let me show you what it looks like without that. So still pretty good, still pretty contrasty. It's just it doesn't have that nice fade look like this, which is what I like. So you see that these things are all really small changes. And then here, this is the simplest one aside from the contrast slider. I literally, if you know your colors and stuff and you know how each colors kind of work, then you can really benefit from this tab. I just pulled this blue here from here. See how it looks? I mean, it still doesn't look bad, but I pulled it down to like 40 something and it makes that orange pop. I mean, look at the difference right here. This is without it. Now watch. That orange pops a lot more just basically by doing this. And you notice that here's the red primary. I didn't just go in here and pull this over here to get orange. That's not going to do what you want it to do. You kind of have to know colors a little bit and know how they work together. I can make other videos and stuff on that. If anybody is a beginner and doesn't really want to mess with the tone curve or doesn't even know the basic panel yet, I can make a video on that too. Just let me know in the comments. But yeah, so let me show you what it looks like. Let me take those three things away. Took the contrast away, took the tone curve away, and now I'm taking the camera calibration away. That's pretty bland and pretty boring, right? That's just these basic panels. I didn't do anything with the texture or anything like that. I moved some of these colors around a little bit. But other than that, you put all these three back together. Go up here, put the tone curve back, and then we're going to put the contrast back, and then you got that nice photo. Those are the three things that I think really influence my edits and the color pop in my edits. So I hope that helps you guys. I know Lightroom can be crazy. There's a lot of different things you can do. I'm no master by any means, but I just wanted to show you how I edit my photos and what works for me. So I hope it can work for you. I appreciate you guys coming by and watching the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment on it, everything like that. It'd be much appreciated. But until next time.